I was taking a dump. Then I felt danger behind me. The world had already ended. A group of strangers was walking straight toward me. I ran back to the camp. This was year 10 after the apocalypse. Only a few thousand people were left on Earth. Now an armed group suddenly showed up. That meant they were not here for peace. I panicked and fell to the ground. My father jumped up. He crawled to the window and looked out. They were only dozens of meters away. I barely dared to breathe. My wife was already infected. We had no ability to fight, and they were almost at the door. My father kicked open the wooden boards. He rushed us out through the back door. Supplies were scarce in the apocalypse. If we got caught, we were dead. We ran for about 20 minutes. My father opened a toilet lid. He shoved me and my wife inside. Then he turned around and faced them alone. One man could not hold off a whole group. At first he took down a few. Seconds later, he was smashed to the ground with a stick. My wife and I trembled underneath. We watched them kill my father. I bit my lip hard. I made no sound. Worse, they walked into our camp. They found the bag I left behind. Inside were precious pills. Most people were infected by now. Those pills were the only way to hold on. They took them. That was a death sentence for my wife. They tied my father's body to a pole and carried him away. I waited for them to leave. When they passed the toilet, the leader sensed something. I covered my wife's mouth. He crouched down. He reached for the lid. I held the board tight from below. The leader grew suspicious. He leaned down to look inside. The stench convinced him it was just a toilet. In that moment, we survived. We climbed out after they left. The camp was destroyed. Every supply was gone. In this world, survival was already hard. My wife's infection was getting worse. She lay in bed, too weak to move. I stared at her rotting wound. I checked beside the bed for pills. I picked it up. It was empty. She was in pain. A terrible thought crossed my mind. I wanted to end her life, to stop her suffering. She was the woman I loved. I could not do it. I decided to find more pills. I left the last water for her. I camouflaged the camp. Then I went after those strangers. I followed the blood my father left behind. I tracked them across the wasteland. It was minus 20 degrees. I was wearing only a t-shirt and shorts. Not long after, I collapsed in the snow. My mind fought the darkness. Hunger and cold wrapped around me. Through the blur, I saw a little boy in the distance. I did not miss the chance. I followed him quietly. He noticed me when he reached home. He had nowhere left to run. He rushed inside and shut the door tight. I stepped closer. He hid behind his grandfather. I kicked the iron door open. I did not hurt them. I took the old man's clothes. Then I kept moving. The winter forest was silent as death. Blood still stained the ground. I finally found something new. It hit me hard. Scattered bones on the ground. I knew who they belonged to. I knelt in the snow. I buried my father's remains piece by piece. The next day, I set out again for the pills, and I was getting closer to the people who took everything.